Welcome to TacosandGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more comic book reviews, and today we are here with the finale of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter number 5. Did this stick the landing, or did this become a disappointment? Let's find out. But as always, I give you a brief synopsis. So without further ado, here we go. The TMNT and Street Fighters stand together against Baxter Stockman and M. Bison at last. The alliance now set, our heroes' combined strength should be enough to defeat the bad guys and shut off the Psycho Bomb to save the city. But there's one variable none of them accounted for. The Shredder has joined the fight, and his allegiance is, of course, to himself. How did this end? And how did it? And what is my overall view of this? Okay, I was disappointed. Very, very disappointed. It felt very anticlimactic, especially how things turned out in the end. Of course, this is no spoilers here. What happens in just a minor discussion of the story and the plot. So, if you know from issue number 4, something happens with Raph and Chung Li, and Bison is trying to set off the Psycho Bomb to New York, and his goal is basically to destroy New York City with this bomb. And it's up to the Street Fighters and Turtles to stop him. And in this one, they have to devise a plan on how to keep Bison distracted in order to disable the bombs. Enters the Shredder, and that's all I'm going to say without spoiling it. I will have to say that there were moments in here that I did enjoy. I still love the characterization and the interaction between Chung Li and Michelangelo. But this ending of what they did and how it just felt rushed. And it was just like two scenes with Raph. I think it was like what, two or three panels with Raph, Bison, and Shredder, and that was it. It was just like, oh, really? That's it. No really defining big battles. Just Raph does this, and we just the day is saved. So what they were building up, I will have to say overall, I will say that as a whole, I did enjoy it, but the miniseries was disappointing. We didn't get enough for something that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter. It wasn't a lot of verses in here. It really was kind of that Batman v Superman effect where you get a couple of punches and a little bit of fighting, and then it's just like you're thinking for the big brawl throughout the movie, and it's more of no, they'll join together at the end, and that's how it kind of felt in this one. It was just kind of like they did a big brawl in the first issue, but after that they just joined together. There was really no verses in here. Should have just been Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Street Fighter Worlds United or something like that. But it was disappointing because I expected a lot more from this, especially with these two rich franchises. I expected more fighting between them, and I'm not talking about the bickering or verbal fighting. I'm talking about actual fighting. Like I wanted to see more matches. I wanted to see Leo maybe take on Ken. Heck, I wanted to see Chung Li instead of this one panel against Shredder. I wanted to see more fights with Bison. Like they didn't really bring the action here, and just the ending. Once you read it, I think the majority of you will agree that it felt anticlimactic, and then you were just like, really, that's it? That's how we're gonna end this? So overall, I mean, the art style was good. I did like the interaction, the characters, that was still good, but it just felt flat on its ass. That's all I gotta say. Very disappointed. I was liking it from issue to issue, but the ending just kind of kills it, and the way it felt so anticlimactic. And I guess they wanted to do that to keep the door open just in case they want to do a sequel with this. I guess depending on sales and fan reactions to it. But I don't know. If they do a sequel, we have to actually get some versus fighting, some more fighting with this instead of just these little teasers of what could have been. Anyway, this is Justin from tacosandgeeks.com. If you like what we do here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Helps out the algorithm a lot. What was your thoughts of the overall miniseries Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you throw those like me? Or was this something that was a huge, huge disappointment? If they do a sequel, you're not coming back to it. And if you're watching this on otakusthegeeks.com, check out our interviews, check out our New York Comic Con coverage, our Toy Fair coverage. We got Anime NYC on the way for our otakus out there. And I got some cool interviews on the way. I just got it confirmed, so stay tuned for that. I think you're all gonna enjoy it, especially if you're a Dr. Stone fan. Anyway, so I'm out. That's just one hint. In later days, and as always, peace, love, and happiness. Peace.